Alright guys, welcome back to my live stream. This is probably going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel. We're going to see how it goes. This is Tower Unite. I had originally made a miss video on this game because I thought the game servers were trash. Turns out I had installed this game on my SSD, but it was an external SSD because I don't have a very big internal hard drive. But once I uninstalled the game from my SSD and then installed it on my old mechanical hard drive inside my computer, it worked perfectly. So the lag stopped. So it definitely was on my end. I want to go ahead and apologize for making a missed video of this game to the developers, to anybody who saw it, or maybe who shied away from the game. I'm not going to say this game is perfect, but I have played around with it a little bit. And we're going to get into it a little bit more and see what it's about. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead. We see that the U.S. is made up of the East and West. There is no South, North, or anything like that. You got servers in France, servers in like Tokyo, Sydney, Australia, one in Singapore, and like 10 in France. So I may be assuming the developers are from France, or at least some of them. Not sure. Yeah, and you have the United States broken up into, it looks like 16 different servers. So US West 1. Yeah, let's just go there. There's not that many people there. A couple of them are pretty full. So I know I have to make some money. So I was thinking about gambling because I just spent 30,000 in-game unit-ins or whatever the hell the currency is in the game. I spent 30,000 on a TV, on a curved HD TV for my condo. But playing around. And somebody talked to me in the game, and I asked them how everybody was looking so different, like where everybody got all their outfits from. And well, a lot of the outfits and clothing and stuff like that, you can come in here and you can buy at stores. Like, I don't know, I saw some kind of a clothing store here somewhere. So here's like a furniture store. I bought this TV right here, which you can see is 30,000. I bought that TV, and that's what I spent most of my money on that. But there is like clothing stores and stuff like that where you can buy clothing and crap. But it's really basic stuff. If you're really looking to look unique like everybody else in the game, you're going to want to hold down your C button and find a player model. And then people upload this stuff, so you can pick from any of these kind of things like this. So I picked Donald Duck here. And now I run around looking like a duck. But you could be any of these things, and you can also look for certain things. So if you want to look for like anime, you have all those options. If you want to look for like a cartoon, you can do that. You want to look for not memes, but let's say movies. And check cartoons. And then you just click on it, and it'll instantly download whatever you whatever avatar or character you've downloaded or you click on. So if you want to look like William Dafoe, I guess, you can do that. You can look like Jesse Pinkman, just wear it. And you can also rate this stuff, I guess, as well. Pretty cool. So people are creating all this stuff for the game. This is the workshop. And then if you want to just be a human, you can load that up. So this is kind of how that works. Now, one thing I am going to say, guys, is if you are thinking about buying this for a child or a minor to play, or you are a child or a minor, I do not recommend this to anybody under the age of 17, 18 years old. Just because it's an online game, right? You're going to have creeps and pedophiles and everything else in a game like this. And there is, in this condo unit here, you have basically your own private condo that you can furnish and set up however you want. So with these condos, you could, like I bought a TV. So you could go and you could download or upload whatever, like porn, for example, and you could put it on that TV. So if you have a 10-year-old kid that's looking to play in this game and he meets what he thinks is a kid in the game, the guy's like acting like a kid, maybe he has a young voice or whatever, and he's really 19 years old, that 19-year-old could take your child up into the condo and be showing him porn on his TV or whatever. So I would definitely not recommend this game to any kids. Realize that this game is going to have a lot of perverted and sexual content from the players themselves. So just be careful of that. But as you can see, the game is running smoothly now. I would definitely recommend installing this on your main hard drive because it is an online game. So even if you have like an external SSD like I did, I wouldn't install it on that because otherwise you'd be lagging the hell out every 5 seconds like I was and thinking the game is trash, and you know the game runs fine. So there's all these things you can do. You can go in and you can play like bowling. I just played miniature golf and it was actually pretty fun. I mean, do I think the miniature golf in this game is as good as like, you know, play with friends golf on Steam? No. Is the bowling as good as like premium bowling, a really good bowling game on Steam? No. But it does suffice and it works. So what you have here is a community-based world, online world, where there's multiple different servers, where you can have your own safe area. You can invite your friends to or whatever, and then you can go and you can gamble. Now, the good thing I like about this game, I'll say, guys, right now, is that you see down in the bottom left of my screen, I have 29,491 unidins, or whatever the hell the currency's called. Those are currency within the game. And you cannot buy, like, they don't sell unidins, or they don't sell the currency for real money. But you can't exchange real money for game money. You have to earn it. And you can earn it in lots of different ways. You can gamble, like in the casino, right? But it's all in-game money, so it's not like real gambling, right? Yeah, you can lose all your in-game money, but it's not losing real money. So that's why this isn't illegal in like Idaho here where I live. Gambling online is like illegal. So I can't use any like online gambling apps. I can't use an app to gamble on football games or whatever because it's illegal here in Idaho. So this is legal here in Idaho because you're not gambling real money. It's only in-game currency that you're gambling. So that's how it's legal. Okay, just to go ahead and make myself clear on that. And then, you know, you got a laser tag that you can play with other people. You got a map here. There's a Ferris wheel over here. There's a roller coaster over here you can play on. There's an arcade where you can go play, like, the arcade's really cool. You can go and you win tickets doing classic, like, things you would see in a real arcade. Yeah, you can buy food and smoothies. You know, you can buy all kinds of crap with the money you earn in the game. And just to show you like the Ferris wheel, let's go ahead and get on the Ferris wheel and just show you what it looks like. And then they also have a roller coaster, which I'm sure we'll see from the Ferris wheel here when we get a pie. But yeah, the game's running fine. I ended up originally making this game a miss game just because I was lagging so much and I genuinely thought it was the game servers. And no, it was just because I had the game installed on an external hard drive. Which I've played other games, like I've had Dead by Daylight on the external hard drive and had no lag or had no problems at all. But this game, for whatever reason, it needs to be installed on your main hard drive on your computer, not an external thing. So this is kind of what you see, and it looks like you can experience with a friend. You can ride the Ferris wheel with a friend or whatever. And come up here, you can kind of see the roller coaster over here. And it doesn't cost any in-game money or anything like that to ride the Ferris wheel or the roller coaster. You can just ride them for free. And then if you get too bored, you can always hit left control and you can escape. And just get off anytime. You also have a jetpack, so you can hold space and you can fly around to get around. It's pretty cool. Kind of hear the jetpack. So guys, we're going to go in this casino here and kind of show you what kind of gambling games there are to gamble your in-game money. Now, if you want to earn money in the game, you can do lots of things to earn money. You can go and you can just play games of like golf or bowling or whatever, and bowl with either yourself or random people or friends or whatever, and that's how you make in-game money. You don't have to do like chores or clean up, virtual apartments or anything like that, like so many simulator games or whatever, that have you do stupid tasks to earn money. But I remember when I first played this game, guys, like this casino was, completely empty. And I remember thinking, man, this game has a lot of promise. This game's going to be pretty cool, And then, like, here's a TV here. You can come in here and you can hold Q, and you can watch whatever you want. So, like, another player, like, if I had my friend come in here, they could put in Q, and they could be watching, a link to a video on YouTube or whatever. They could be watching, PewDiePie on YouTube. Meanwhile, I could be watching a video on the Discovery Channel or whatever on here. We could be watching two different things. Pretty cool. Or if you want to watch the same thing together, you just both put in the same link and hit start at the same time. Right? And then on a bingo, they have a bingo game, they have blackjack, they have video poker, they have poker tables where people can play poker. And remember, this server doesn't have a whole lot of people, or otherwise we'd see a whole lot more people in this,
Holy shit!
But you can hear people talking.
You just got a fucking jackpot?
I got a fucking jackpot!
Damn!
I had gotten a 3 bar
So
in a
you
row,
can
and now
see-
I just got the jackpot immediately after.
You can see who's talking by the speakers over their avatar.
Well,
So you got slot machines, you got different slot machines here,
let's
you
go
got
gambling!
a horse racing game, you got Texas Hold'em. Oh, nightclub, okay. Check that out, I haven't seen this. Okay. So it doesn't look like anybody's in a nightclub. Yeah, I've never seen this, so... Huh. What does this look like? That's funny. Okay. Karaoke. Okay. Okay, so press and hold Q to open the media queue. Okay, so let's, I don't know. I don't want to put on copyrighted music, so... look for something. Okay, just the first thing I found on YouTube here. For copyright-free music. You just grab the link. So we'll come in here, we'll hit Q. We'll add the media. And oops. Paste that in. Hit. There we go. There we go. So I'm assuming you can dance somehow. Might be in the controls to like how to dance. I don't know. Nope. So as you get further away from that, the music volume does go down. I like that. Okay. So a lot of people could go down there and just be dancing, I guess, however the hell you dance, I'm sure. But this is what I want to try, guys, is I want to try my hands with some blackjack here. Okay. So it's just me and the dealer. Remember, if we was on a more populated server, there would probably be several people playing here with me. We're just going to go ahead and place a bet for 1,000, see how this goes. And I should have bet more. We're going to go ahead and stand. And that's one way to win money. So you can bet, but you only have options. It looks like you can't type in a number. If you want to bet 3,000 or something, no, you can't. You have to choose 250, 500, 1,000, 5,000, or 10,000. Okay, so let's bet 5,000. And hope we have good luck again. Well, yeah, I'm not going to hit with a 17. Nope. So we won there. We won 5,000. Not feeling that safe about this one. Let's just go down to 500. Yeah, we're going to stand here and hope the dealer busts. Yep, he busted, so we did win. Should have bet more. So I've already made like 10,000. So that's one way to make money is, you know, you feel comfortable, you feel good about playing blackjack or, you know, Texas Hold'em or any of these games. You can come gamble your money away, slot machines, whatever. And then you can hit left control and you can exit any game you might be playing. Here's your slot machines. You have shared jackpot or diamonds. This is not Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Money. Okay. You have video poker. You have video blackjack. They have a lot of different options here for you to spend your hard-earned money in here, guys. So that's kind of how that works. And then you have a plaza map that kind of shows you the map of where everything is in the plaza. And then you can always go out to the plaza. You can go back into your condo at any time. So you could go to the condo and go into the condo yourself. Or at any time you can just hit escape and you can just click on your condo. Right? So it gives you like your own condo here, and you can change this. I saw somewhere where you could buy different condos, and they were pretty expensive. I think up to like 200,000 or whatever. You can buy like a city skyscraper condo or whatever, but I think it gives you this one by default. And you can, oops, kind of come out here. You can go swimming, I guess, you know, and go underwater. And then, so at some point back around the game that came out in beta, back in 2016, I had bought this basketball hoop or won it or something, and a couple of basketballs. And the cool thing is here is like these basketballs were both orange color by default, but you can drop this and you can hit Q and you can pretty much edit anything. So if you click on this, you can see, you can move it, you can rotate it, you can scale it. But if you come up here and you click edit, you can pick whatever color. So if I wanted this to be a red basketball or wanted to make it look more like a normal basketball, I could do that, right? And you can also change the, what am I thinking of? The brightness of it, the color, by sliding this up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it blue though. And then when you're done, you just hit space, I believe. No, you just close that right there. So you see I already scored 6 points, and you try to throw the... And the physics and everything like that on these basketballs is pretty cool. I can see it bounce off the rim there. So the game is $20. It has quite a few different games. You can see the games if you watch the trailer and stuff like that. I'm obviously not going to sit here and play this game that long for the video. But I can tell you that the golf, the miniature golf game does feel a lot like playing, you know, play with your friends on Steam or whatever. Obviously, it probably doesn't have nearly as many customizations or maps or courses or anything like that as a game like Play With Your Friends. But it was well-made course. It was pretty unique, and I had fun playing it. I just joined a random game full of random players, and they weren't talking or anything like that. We just all played, and I made like I think I was making like 500 to 600 in-game currency every hole. You know, even though I wasn't doing that great. But let's see if I can hit a basket here. Nope, keep missing. Nothing but air swish. Oh, come on. Yeah, but it's pretty realistic. There we go.
Nice in.
So that's kind of, and you get your own little beach out here and everything like that, at least with this particular, I think this is the default. You know, everybody has their own condo. Remember, there's no monthly fees for this game. There's no microtransactions. There's none of that. Everything you have in the game is either going to be downloaded, like your character, your outfit, or whatever. It's just going to be downloaded from the workshop, or it's going to be, you know, purchased with in-game currency here. So here's a TV. I bought a couple of chairs at a in-game shop, furniture shop. I bought that TV, and same thing here. You can put in any kind of link here and play whatever media source you want. So if you want to sit there and watch a video, you know, with somebody, you know, your friend or whatever, and you both have, you know, YouTube, the link or whatever, you can go watch whatever you want there. None of this stuff here, like waters or anything like that, are interactable. But, and then you can, I saw a paint store where you can go and you can buy paint. See, here's my character. Because I downloaded a Donald Duck skin from the workshop. So if I want to change my character, I could always come in here and I could, here's your emotes. So here's how you would dance right here. I guess. Yeah, chill dance right here. So if you wanted to dance, there we go. Oh, you can kind of see it's like a third person camera if you're dancing. So that's what you would do down there in that disco, right? And you can reposition yourself. Or if you move, you quit dancing. Okay. So then you have to hit C and emotes, and you can point, I guess. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. And again, this outfit here for Donald Duck, I just got for free by just going to the workshop, holding C down, and going to the workshop right here, and downloading Donald Duck. So if I wanted to take off this player model right here, here's kind of what my character looked like, and you can go in and you can kind of customize. I think it's cool that you can see your own reflection in the mirror, and if you want to change your appearance, you can just come in here and you can choose a male or a female, just like that. And then you can go in and change the colors of your skin tone, your hair, you know, all this good stuff, right? So if I wanted my hair to be more brown or whatever, I could do that. Yep. Okay. And then when you're done, you just finish like that. So now I have like pink hair. But that's kind of how that works. Obviously, there's no shower animations or anything like that. There's nothing like that, guys. But the sun does go up and down, and it will turn night. Things like that. And then this condo has like it looks like 2 different bedrooms. I don't know what that is, but and then you kind of have your balcony here. And then also, I saw like a hidden room. I like the fireplace. You can turn that on or off. But over here, I did see that you can toggle the false wall. So you open that up in like the bat cave or whatever. You kind of have a secret area in your condo with its own little pool or whatever. So, yeah. But all this is completely private, and all this right here is probably why you don't want to allow kids to buy this game or play this game or whatever. Because there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be creeps, there's going to be pedophiles, there's going to be who knows what in this game. But that's kind of how the condos look. Guys, I mean, if this intrigues you, if this looks like your kind of game, something you are interested in, by all means, it's probably well worth the money. Again, you're going to probably get better games on Steam. Like if you want to golf with your friends, go buy Golf with Friends. If you want to and here's all the different apartments and stuff like that. If you want to play a virtual bowling game, you're probably better off just going and buying something like Premium Bowling, which is $19.99 all by itself. This game's $19.99. So you're going to get better games buying the separate games, but if you're looking for a community place or a place to play with your friends and be able to run around the plaza together or whatever, then this might be right up your alley. You can also define your condo as like public, and you could be careful of this, guys, because I just went to one here earlier. I went to one public condo, and up there was a bunch of very mature-rated stuff in the person's condo. Like, it was a bunch of like nudity, like anime stuff and everything like that. But you know, this is why you wouldn't want to let kids play, because they could just go into a public condo and it may have all kinds of anime porn and stuff like that playing on the TV or whatever. So just be careful of that kind of thing. Other than that, I mean, if you're not a kid, if you're an adult, and maybe you're looking at trying to make new friends or going into a game with friends and playing some of the games that are included in here, there's plenty of content to justify the price tag. Like I said, you're probably going to get better games if you go buy the separate games, like golf with your friends and, you know, pool, you know, buy a really good pool game, an online pool game, stuff like that. But this game has all that stuff included, and it's going to cost a hell of a lot less to get this, you know, even though the games may not be quite as good. So hopefully that's giving you guys a quick look at Tower Unite. Finally came out of early access, finally has, you know, everything here. Oh, real quick, guys, I do want to show you here the arcade, because I thought the arcade was pretty cool. So when you come in here to the arcade, you got to come in here and you got to use your in-game currency. So you've got to spend 250 in-game currency to buy 25 tokens. So we'll say we do that, right? Now we got 25 tokens. And then we come in here and you can even do these kind of things where you try to, you know, use the lift and get something. And then you have almost every game in here has like high scores. You know, most pals caught. But you could kind of come up here and you can see a lot of games like you would see in a casino. And then finally you earn tickets by playing all these different games, right? So who hasn't played one of these games in a casino, right? So you pay 5 of your tokens, and you get a few balls here, you pick one up, and then you're trying to win as many tickets as you can. And I won 25. But that's kind of how that works. And then you pick up another ball, and oh, almost. I think you get 3 balls on this. So I got 20 tickets earned there. Pick up your tickets. And then once you earn enough tickets, then you can come here and you can shop with this guy and you can find something to buy, right? Some of this stuff costs a lot of tickets, but it's another way to get, like I've already bought a paper airplane, and the paper airplane is pretty cool. You just throw it around, and it's kind of like the basketballs or whatever. So we also have like in-game trivia, where you can go in and you can play in-game trivia here. And there's all kinds of stuff here, guys. So, like I said, the game definitely has plenty of content for you to either go and look at making new friends or bring your friends into and play some of these games with. And it's all kind of packaged up in one neat package for you. And, you know, you can go watch a movie together in a condo on a TV or on one of the public TVs in this area or whatever. And, you know, lots of different places to buy custom content or whatever. So that's a quick look at Tower Unite, guys. It looks like you can even buy like jet boats and stuff like that to zoom around the water. So pretty cool stuff. So be sure you comment down below, guys. Let me know if this looks like a game you're interested in, or a game you would be interested in. Let me know if you've ever heard of it. Like I said, I know I played the early access when it first came out back in 2016. Thought it had a lot of promise. And, you know, like I said, I was hopeful it would, you know, have everything done within a year or two, but it took them 9 years, but they finally got it complete, at least to the point where they took it out of early access. And, you know, right now, I think right now, a few days after it came out of early access, I think it has right around 1,000 players right now. And who's to say whether that's going to grow or, you know, go down? I would guess it will probably quickly decline, but I mean, who knows? With the right community and word of mouth and stuff like that, maybe this game will grow into a very successful community type game. So just be aware of this game, guys, and be aware that as well, I do recommend that, you know, this game is not for anybody under the age of 18, because I haven't even been trying and I've already seen some pretty explicit content. So just be aware of that. So this has been Zach79, guys. Thanks so much for watching my first look at Tower Unite since it's you know, full launch out of early access. And we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know if this video has inspired you to go out and purchase Tower Unite. I would love to know. And I do want to thank you for watching. You guys all have a great one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to me on my channel, guys. And we'll see you in the next video, everybody.